Good afternoon. My name is Chandra Bhatnagar. I'm the Executive Director of the Southern California. That's CHANDRA, last name BHATNAGAR. I want to begin by thanking members of the media for joining us today. I want to thank Los Jornaleros for playing us in. We are gathered here today because of the importance of this location. This is an area where typically there is a bustling street market with vendors, folks having fruit, buying food. Today it's a very different story, and that is in part because of the decision that we received today from the Supreme Court of the United States, issuing a stay on the temporary restraining order which prevented the federal government, DHS and ICE specifically, from engaging in unlawful policing. No formal decision accompanied this. There was a concurrence opinion that many of you all may have seen. Notably, there was also a dissent, and there was a dissent from Justice Sonia Sotomayor, which I'd like to quote one sentence from. "We should not have to live in a country where the government can seize anyone who looks Latino, speaks Spanish, and appears to work a low-wage job," wrote Justice Sotomayor. The government, and now the concurrence, has all but declared that all Latinos, U.S. citizens or not, who work low-wage jobs are fair game to be seized at any time, taken away from their work, and held until they provide proof of their legal status to the agent's satisfaction. End quote. Justice Sotomayor is exactly right. We cannot accept a society where people are treated this way because of how they look. A mark of authoritarianism is a country where the government can stop you and ask you to show your papers. Papers, please. That is not Los Angeles, that is not America, and that is not the country that we want to live in. A mark of racism is a country where you can be stopped because of how you look. Apartheid South Africa is a great example of that, where you have to provide papers because of your appearance. That is unacceptable. That is not acceptable in Los Angeles, and that is not acceptable in our country. So our speakers today are going to say a little bit more about the opinion and a little bit more about the impact that it's going to have on Angelenos. And I'm very proud to introduce our very first speaker, who is from the executive director of the Los Angeles Workers Center Network. I'll say that again. The executive director of the Los Angeles Workers Center Network, our dear colleague Armando Gudino.
Thank you. Armando Gudino, last name Gudino. Today's Supreme Court conservative majority handed down a ruling many of us feared but expected. By siding with the Trump administration, this court's majority has revealed itself as highly prejudicial and has further empowered authoritarianism in this country. Immigration agents are now being given the power to profile, stop, detain, and arrest people because of the color of their skin, the language they speak, or the work that they do. In doing so, they have effectively legalized racial profiling and, by extension, racial discrimination. While we expected this, it does not hurt any less. However, our communities have fought too long and too hard to have our constitutional rights stripped away. We will not be silenced, and we will not stop fighting until the Constitution is not only preserved, but restored for every worker, every immigrant, and every family in this country. The Los Angeles Workers Center Network is proud to serve as a plaintiff in this case. We bring forward the voices of low-wage workers across Los Angeles who already face exploitation and abuse. These workers and our immigrant communities are the economic backbone of this city, of this state, and in this country. We will stand with our car wash workers. We will stand with our warehouse workers, with our garment workers, our restaurant workers, all workers, including our day laborers, and all of their families. And we will fight the systemic discrimination this conservative majority has unleashed. Alongside our members at the Worker Center Network, we form a network of support and resistance, ensuring workers know their rights and have the power to defend themselves. This decision will not end this struggle. As plaintiffs, as organizers, and as a community, we are determined to keep pushing forward in the courts, in the streets, and in the workplace where dignity and justice is on the line. The fight is far from over, and our resolve has never been stronger. And I'll finish with this. As I was standing for this to give on, a worker came up to me and said, remind them that solo el pueblo va a salvar el pueblo. Only the people will save the people. Thank you.
Thank you, Armando. Only the people will save the people. That's beautiful. Thank you. I next am honored to introduce the Executive Director of the Clean Car Wash Workers Center, a plaintiff in this matter, Flor Melendres. Flor Melendres. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Flor Melendres, Executive Director of the Clean Car Wash Workers Center. Melendres is Melendrez. And I am here today with a bad feeling in my gut. Because the decision that happened today will have the effects to come even worse into our communities. As of today, approximately 81 car washes have been raided, many of them more than 3 or 4 times. Approximately 247 car wash workers have disappeared from our communities. This is just unacceptable. Just like Juan, one of our worker leaders that has been with the Clean Car Wash Worker Center for over 15 years, who even though the TRO was in place, he was disappeared last Wednesday from the Olympic Car Wash. It is workers like him that make our community better, that improve the industries for other workers, that make our communities, that stand up for those injustice and make it better. It is unacceptable. It is a shame that we get this decision, but it's not surprising. Am I right? We are infuriated because the impacts will continue to show in our community. We will continue to feel the pressure because we could not depend on our legal system. We are here for our communities, and I just want to remind us that workers still exist, that workers have rights, that our civil rights still exist. No matter what the decision was today, we will continue to stand strong and there for our communities. I am calling on our elected leaders, city, county, state. We need to stand up and we need to stand strong with our community. The raids are getting more violent. Workers are getting hurt. Workers are dying. Clean Car Wash Worker Center has been responding to the last 3 months to all these needs. Preparing for this before, standing with the communities during, and even after to make sure the workers are actually getting home safe. It is not enough to get up and do a video and post it on social media. It is not enough to just say this happened somewhere. Yes, it is important to document it, but it is also important to collaborate and to bring resources to those in the front lines. I urge you to contact Clean Car Wash and get involved. Clean Car Wash Worker Center. There are still offices that are not responding. What else do we need? Let this be your call to action, to stand with our community, to stand with workers. You can continue patrolling your area. You can continue to be near our communities. But most of all, continue to speak up. Continue to fight, because it's going to take more than us. It's going to take more than you It's going to take more than all of us, and we need to stand strong. To all the car wash community, we are here. To all our community at large, it is time to show up. It is time to stand strong. Contact us at info@cleancarwash.org. Get involved. We need you now more than ever. This decision does not push us back only one step. It brings our community forward a lot more, and we need to see that. It is in the words of our team at Clean Car Wash Worker Center, and in the echoing of the voices of all the workers that are no longer here to fight with us, but continue to share their testimonies, to continue to prepare their families, and to continue to fight. We're making this call out. Collaborate, stand with us. We must stand strong. Thank you.